Oh, hello. This is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. In this video, I would like to show you how I cooked a vegetable medley dish for dinner last night. My friend Roger told me that he loves vegetable medley. He cooked a vegetable medley dish every evening for dinner. He told me that he never gets tired of them. And I could not agree with him more because I feel the same way. And every evening, my vegetable medley is slightly different from the previous evening. And because of advanced prepping, I can pick and choose the type of vegetables that I'm going to put in the dish. And that create infinite variations. And I could not remember I have ever cooked the same vegetable medley dish. And for this evening, there is no exception. So okay, let's go into the kitchen and get started. I'm going to cook this dish in my Cucina 14-inch stainless steel wok. I'm going to start out with 2 tablespoons of canola oil, and I probably will add more as I cook. I'm very cognizant in terms of how much oil that I am using. I try to use as little oil as I possibly could. I'm going to start out with 1 cup of eggplant. These are the elongated eggplant, sometimes also known as the Chinese or Japanese eggplant. Their skin is a bit softer in comparison to the traditional American beauty eggplants. Next, I'm going to add 3 cups of cauliflowers. Both the eggplants and the cauliflowers have been prepped in advance. And their shelf lives are greatly improved by advanced prepping. The eggplant was prepped about 2 days ago. However, the cauliflower has been in the refrigerator for about 10 days. As you can tell, they are still in very good shape. The reason I start stir-frying the cauliflower and eggplant first is because they take a little bit time to cook. Next, I'm going to add some maitake mushroom. They were given to me by my friend Ryan, and he picked them from the wild. Next, I'm going to add a little bit more cooking oil, which I'm just going to put them over the surface of these vegetables. Now, how much cooking oil that you use during stir fry is a delicate balance. Because you want to put enough cooking oil so that it can cover all the surface of the vegetable ingredients. During stir frying, the temperature of the oil will reach the range for Maillard reaction to occur. This is a temperature range somewhere between 250 degrees Fahrenheit to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the temperature range when the Maillard reactions will take place. However, cooking oil also has a lot of calories. Therefore, it is best to minimize the amount of cooking oil that you use in stir frying. Therefore, I always start with a minimum amount of cooking oil and I add more as I go along. And the visual cue for me when I have too much cooking oil is that there are oils sitting at the bottom of the wok. So next, I'm going to add some water to the wok. This will allow me to start to steam the vegetables. I know when I'm ready to steam the vegetable when I notice that the surface of the vegetable start to take on a brown coloration. This usually means that I have stir-frying them long enough, and the temperature has been sufficiently high for the Maillard reactions to take place. In fact, it is high enough for browning to occur. Steaming the vegetable is important, particularly if you have vegetables that require the texture to be softer. Next, I'm going to add some tofu puff. Tofu puff are basically fried tofu. It is a special kind of fried tofu that has an internal matrix, which is almost like a sponge that can soak up any sauces that in the dish. They will take on the flavor of the dish. They have a more chewy texture, make them a great substitute for meat. The tofu puff absorbs water readily, so I continue to add more water. I keep my water in a squeeze bottle and they make dispensing them much easier. I kept adding water a little bit at a time to the wok until the tofu pups were fully hydrated. To get maximum flavor, you want them to be as soft as possible. Next, I add about a quarter cup of okra. The okra actually will thicken the sauce. The last ingredients that I put in is some sliced tomatoes. Both the okra and the tomato serve as a garnish to the dish. For anyone who has had okra before, you will notice that they have a slimy texture. By adding just a little bit of okra, it thickens the sauce of the dish. It is just enough to make the dish taste really smooth. The small amount of tomatoes is to provide a slight sour taste. And I'm going to add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce to flavor the dish. This will keep the dish very low salt, but it will bring out the natural flavor of the food ingredients. Finally, I'm going to season the dish with a small amount of fried chili in oil sauce. This will add to the complexity of the flavor of the dish, and the dish will not be spicy at all. If you look at the consistency of the sauce in this dish, it is exactly how I like it. There was hardly fluid left in the wok. However, there's a sauce there, but it is coated the food ingredients. This makes each of the food ingredients much more intense in flavor. And the reason for that is due to the okra. Okay, now the dish is done. The total cook time is a bit less than 9 minutes. When I was cooking this dish, I was very hungry and eager to taste the dish. I have never cooked this dish with this combination of vegetables before, but I have cooked something that is very similar to this particular dish. With different vegetables in this dish, it creates a very interesting and complex flavor and texture. And they are so satisfying, I could just eat this dish alone with either rice or noodles and will be totally satisfied. And this is what makes home cooking so amazing. And when I cook dishes like this, there's no reason for me to eat out anymore. Particularly when I'm able to cook this dish in less than 10 minutes. This is the benefit of my fast cooking system with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. Home cooking is efficient, fun, and creative. If you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow.